Who's this? Marina?
Marina Harkness.
I told you.
Oh, stop having so much fun.
Guys.
Hi.
I can't see myself, whatever. I was calling in because I wanted to ask about your experience in college.
Yeah?
Yes.
Because everyone's always calling in asking you about high school.
Yeah?
Oh.
I was calling in because
Oh, fuck. I'm losing my mind.
Can you turn the stream down, but turn Skype up?
Okay.
Can you hear us now?
So what was your question, Marina?
No, that's not a jumbled mess. Okay, so everyone's always calling and asking you about your high school experiences, but now that I'm sort of on the wagon to get back into college, I was wondering, like, what you got out of college, if anything. I don't know if you guys ever, like, finished with degrees or how many you guys went, but I think some of you guys went for some sort of video production type stuff, didn't you?
We all went to college, and I think we all took film type classes. But
Yeah,
Did you go to, like, state college, or
what's that?
did you go to, like, a state college or, like, a community college?
Community college.
Okay.
Where, I went.
Yeah, the classes that I took were more like technical. Like I took an editing class, I took all kinds of stuff, but none of it really taught me in the way that just doing it really was. So I didn't really continue with that. I completed all my general education and stuff like that.
Okay.
And I did not. It's my opinion that if you're studying something like philosophy or criminology, you can learn a lot going to college, and it's going to be very expensive. But if you're studying a creative field like art, or you want to be a painter or a filmmaker or a musician, college is a giant waste of money because you can't really be taught how to be talented creatively.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we all dropped out. I think for me, it literally came down to I was studying how to be a filmmaker, but Mega64 was getting so popular to the point where I was failing my classes because I would have to skip school so often to go on business meetings or, like, filming locations. So
Yeah. Okay.
Well, yeah, and I was almost done with everything I needed to do, but it was with me, I pretty much completed what I need to. I was just getting a very general degree, but they changed so many of the qualifications at the end
Yeah.
that I was going to have to redo like 2 years worth of shit I already did. So I was like, well, I'm busy.
Me too.
Did Garrett like go to tech school for like all the like crazy know-how that he knows, or did it was
No,
just
I don't
like
think so.
Garrett is self-taught in everything that he does.
Holy shit?
He said
Okay.
that, I'll tell the story for him, he's not here, but he used to get a toy, and he would always take it apart first, because he needed to know how it worked. And I asked him, like, well, how many toys, did you, like, fix it? He's like, no, like, half the time, like, I didn't fix it, and it was just broken, so I never really got to play with that toy, as it was. But now, because of that, he can fix anything. So, that is just Garrett in a nutshell. He just, like, he has to know how things work. Like, even to this day, if you give him something, and it has moving parts to it, he'll take it apart to look at, like, how does that work? He just needs to know.
That's really cool.
That is very cool, you're right. I personally...
Whoa.
What the fuck? I
Should've
sometimes
gone to the
do
flames.
wish that I did get my degree. Just to have it, and I know that my job would be exactly the same as it is now, but I would just like to have that. So...
Well, I was
You'd have like hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of debt too.
No, I definitely would. I understand that. It's silly how I want that so bad.
No, yeah, but you were close, and like,
Yeah.
and that's my thing too. Is like I was just almost at the end, and it was like they just wouldn't let me do it, and so that was just a bummer. But I was like, man, whatever.
I wanted my degree for a long time, but then something clicked inside me one day, and I no longer felt like I needed it. Like, I felt like I was not a successful person because I didn't have a degree, and then I looked at, really, the things I had accomplished without my degree, and I felt very successful.
No, I agree. The things that we've done are awesome, but it's just sometimes I was like, man, I wish I had that. And really, nothing would change for me except for I'd have more debt. But
That's kind of where I'm at now, though, is just because I had gone just for like a really short time and had to drop out because I couldn't afford it. But, like, I have a boyfriend now who, like, goes to this really expensive private art school, and, like, you know, he took whatever, you know, dumb, stupid intro classes that cost, you know, thousands of dollars and essentially, like, teach you, like, lightsaber effects and, like, After Effects.
Right.
That's cool.
It was
I
really,
learned how to do that on YouTube.
exactly. It's, like, frustrating as fuck that you're paying for all that, and then you have to pay, like, housing, and, you know, there's all the stupid, you know, like, meal programs they make you do when you go to big schools like that. But it's, like, just from me being out of class and out of school, like, entirely, like, in whether it's, you know, expensive art college or, you know, just community college doing generals, it's just, like, I've, like, realized that it's, like, it doesn't matter, like, what you go for. Like, it's just, like, how you apply yourself. Because you see, you know, those kids that have, like, schlubbed their whole way through, like, school, and their parents are just, like, wadding out for them to, like, go. Right. And then, you know, whatever they fucking, you know, take, like, a comic major and draw stick figures. So it's just, like, yeah. It's really annoying, but yeah, I'm planning on going back now, and I was just wondering, like,
what are you studying?
Pretty self-driven, so it's like whatever you've taken away from it's what you got, but
right.
Yeah.
What's your major?
Well, I want to go and go to this fancy private art school too, and I'm thinking of doing something between like illustration, comic. I really would like to do like book art and paper making, but like that's just like there's no fucking way I'd get a job in doing like being like a Chinese master of like Kozo paper making or anything like that.
Right.
So I don't know. I gotta
but
feel
you know what? If that's what you want to do, I say go for it. Like go to school, have something to fall back on, I guess. But like if you want to learn how to do that, why not?
The thing is though, at the end of the day, it still will help having that, even if it's a degree, even if it's in something that you don't specifically get that job for, it still looks good. So
that's more
it's whatever you if you think that'll help you, I think that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I could either be working and being in debt, or I could be like doing something I want to do and like being unsure about it and figuring it out from there.
I think a lot of times where kids get the wrong idea is when they are fresh out of high school, or they just started their, they're at community college or something, and they have opportunity to maybe get a construction job or something like that pays like $25 an hour, which is a shitload of money,
Yeah.
So they drop out of school and they do that. But the thing is, like, they're always going to be in the $25 an hour range, whereas all their friends who went to school are now making, $80,000 a year, which is a lot more than that. So that's like, that is the trap that I think some kids fall into.
Yeah.
So, hey, kids, don't.
Marina, I say skip school. You already know what you want to do. Just start making books. See what happens. Save your money.
That's another way to look at it.
There's both sides of the coin.
You're going to go to school for 10 semesters, and in semester 7, finally, they're going to say, okay, we're going to have you illustrate a book. And you're going to do that for 5 months when you could have been doing that on your own the whole time.
Yeah.
That's my advice to you.
It's kind of like I've actually gone, like, I went to an art high school and everything, so I know it can be really janky, and I know that there are going to be like teachers that are just going to jank you around and like teach you nothing. But it is sort of like the community, like, at the same time. Like, it's one thing if you go to like a community college art class and then it's like a bunch of like stoned as fuck kids who are like, oh, I'm just going to get fucking credit for this, it's going to be great. But it's like another thing if you actually go to an art school with like people who know what the fuck they're doing, or like they have shit going on like outside of class, kind of like what you were saying. Like they're like really busy all the time because they're always doing shit. So you can actually like get really good critique from these people, and like you don't feel like you're able to trace Spider-Man and kind of get away with it.
Right.
So like I really miss that atmosphere, and so that's like kind of what I'm shooting for, is to like be around like-minded people again, because I'm fucking just working all the time and I don't really have time to get any like buddy to like look at what I'm making and be like.
I think that's great.
Yeah,
and you know what? Honestly, college is a great way to meet other people in that regard. But also, like, I know so many people who had an internship at a place and then got a job there once they graduated, and now they have a job in their dream field and they're doing what they want to do. Like that happens all the time.
Yeah,
so
and I don't know if I'm gonna like go the
right
whole
direction.
way to my degree. I might drop out halfway through and get it figured out. But it's just the sort of thing where I just I
just wouldn't be closed-minded to any option.
No.
Just if you want to check it out. But I don't feel obligated to do one thing or another. If it's like I'm not fulfilled by this, then bounce. That's how I feel. But if you're
If you guys
You're able to,
had to
okay.
like do it all over, like what do you think like you would do in terms of like you couldn't do what you're doing now? Like would you like do you have any other like interests other than like film? Do you like English or science or anything? 'Cause you guys seem like you would have hobbies other than this, but at the same time it's like you probably wouldn't have any time for them.
You know what? My dream since I was a little kid was to make commercials. I always thought that was like, because I hated the commercials that were on TV, and I thought I could do a better job making them.
Oh.
And I essentially do that now, just on a way different form than I thought of when I was a kid. And I think that is like, this is like the perfect place for me. Like it's a place to be creative and do things that are, it changes every day. Whereas like science I wasn't great at, math I am not good at, and English like, yeah, I feel like the main school subjects were never my thing, but when it came to like the weird shit, I was like,
Yeah.
I excelled at that. So I think this is like the perfect place for me to be.
Is the question like what would I be doing if I wasn't doing this? Is that what?
Like if you just graduated from high school and like this wasn't an option, like would you go to community college and just do generals, or and then like do some like what would your other career be if you couldn't do this? Or like what would you be shooting for?
I would have made it happen. I don't know.
Yeah, me too. I'd be driving a truck somewhere.
I'd be like, yeah, I've weaseled my way into everything I like somehow, some way, and I would have done that one way or another, legal or illegal. I would have found a way.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really don't know. And I did this. I thought this to myself the other day. It's like, Marvel, all the things that you liked, you like somehow snuck your way into, and I felt very lucky. And it was, you know, I'm very fortunate that Mega64 has allowed all of us to kind of find something that we're into, you know, whatever. But I don't know. That's just my personality, though. Is even if Mega64 wasn't what it was, I'd still be following the Aquabats around on tour and trying to work for them, or I'd be emailing.
This is why I say, if you already know what you want to do,
I don't know.
you should go
Just
do
fucking
it.
do it.
Right.
Because we wanted to be filmmakers, and we went to school, and honestly, I went to school hoping I would somehow stumble upon an opportunity to make a feature film. And I didn't know how that was going to happen, but I felt like going to school would be the right route. Maybe I would meet somebody, or maybe I would create a student film that really impressed the right people. But I found more success in just grinding every day and churning out videos with these guys as often as possible. Those were the videos that got looked at. Nothing I did in school ever left school, but all the stuff I did personally and just threw out there for the public consumption is the stuff
Dressing
that
up
took
like
off.
Sonic and Vegas.
There you
Yeah,
go.
and you know what? Honestly, that stuff wasn't very good, because you can go back and look at the stuff we were putting out 10 years ago, and it is the worst shit imaginable. But we're still doing it, so it worked out for us.
Yay.
Yeah.
That's really all I had to ask, but that's cool.
Except there's stupid bugs that keep coming in, and I hate them. So that didn't work out.
Crickets.
Oh, who's there
Is
with
there
you?
someone there?
It's my buddy Lauren. She was like smoking at the very beginning, but I don't know why my video is not working.
Smoking
Like,
that spinach?
Smoking that spinach?
Whoa, the Doobie
Video.
Sisters. This all becomes clear.
You got that Heinz 57 sauce?
what?
Oh.
You might just kick
Anyway.
The cricket's coming this way. I know it. Beelining for me.
Anyways, thanks for your call.
That's
Good
all,
question.
That's all. I didn't even ask you to kill him.
Good night, guys.
We're meeting
I wouldn't have
Good
halfway.
night, Marina.
Thank you, Marina.
Thank you.
Can't wait to
Good
see your
call.
book.
Eh.
All right.
Good response.
What's the chat saying?